So today I want to talk a little bit about what Petanque Coach is about and why I created this channel and why you should subscribe to it. So if you want to improve your game, if you want to get tips on individual aspects of the game, if you want to take your game to different levels, I suggest you subscribe. Now, why? Because not only do you get world-class level content in terms of me videoing in France, videoing world champions, but you get my commentary on their tools, their tactics, their strategies. That's the first thing. Second thing is I like to bring my 42 years worth of experience of the game, playing at the highest level in the UK and also playing internationally. And I kind of think that gives me a little edge over some of the other people maybe in the game. I'm not the best, I don't profess to be the best, but I do have a very, very good understanding of what it takes to be a very, very good player. Basically, that is through really hard-fought lessons, investing myself, investing my mind, investing the practice, the tools, the strategies that I've learned over the 42 odd years of playing the game. Now, the great thing with Petanque is anyone can play this game, but it gets very, very difficult to become very, very good at it. So you have to invest your time, you have to invest your life very, very strategically. Now, can you just watch half a dozen videos and become a great player? No, it takes an awful lot more than that. You've got to put in the practice, you've got to put in the effort, you've got to put in the mental game, you've got to adapt your own way of learning and developing your game in the best way possible. What I try to do is to give as much value as I possibly can to the people who invest their time, because let's face it, your time is it's only finite. So I really appreciate what people put into watching my videos, to the comments that they give, to the time that they invest when they meet me on the piste at competitions, the conversations that I have. And what I try to do is answer questions that people have. What I try to do is tailor each individual video to a person, whether it is answering a question, whether it is because they have said to me, well, what happened there? Why did they do that particular strategy? And I try to do this in as many ways as I can. But these are just some of the things that I do. And now, why did I start this channel? Well, the reason I started it, because I've spent an awful lot of time on YouTube. I've spent an awful lot of time watching games, trying to understand and develop a reasoning behind why certain aspects of the game are applied an awful lot in France, not necessarily in England, not necessarily in Holland, not necessarily in Greece, not necessarily in Spain, and to work out why do certain teams adopt these things? Why do certain players have a fear factor behind them? They come up against world champions and they've almost won the game before they've even started. And I wanted to analyze that, but the biggest difficulty was all of the videos on YouTube were all in French. There was very little quality content in English. So what I decided was, well, after a few conversations with people, whilst I was whinging and moaning a little bit about this, one particular very good friend said, well, why don't you just do it? You know enough about the game. Why don't you do it? See if you can encourage, see if you can tease out the gold from interviews. See if you can find out what individual players do that the vast majority don't. And that's why I think you should subscribe while I try to do these things and I try to discover these things and I try to articulate them to you in the best way possible. So if you can subscribe, that would be amazing. Hit the notifications bell as well. That lets you know when I'm uploading a new video. And tell me, what you want me to make a video about, whether you want me to come to your club and do some filming there. Maybe you want me to come to your village and to film some nationals, some competitions, whatever it is. Let me know.